In the midst of life challenges, have you ever considered enhancing your spiritual self-care practices? We're good at hitting the gym or practicing mindfulness, but spiritual care? It's like the unsung hero of our well-being. Today, we're taking a gentle stroll into the world of spiritual self-care. No pressure, no judgment, just a cozy chat about finding a little more meaning in the thick of life's twists and turns. In a world that can be chaotic and overwhelming, our spirits need some love too. So grab your favorite coffee or tea and let's explore together. This isn't about perfecting some ancient yoga pose. It's about finding peace, purpose, and a bit of magic in our everyday lives. Let's make some space for our spirits to shine. Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome to Overcoming Grief, a show for women experiencing profound grief and looking for support in healing and transforming their lives. If you are ready to heal after a loss, create a new self-identity, take responsibility to do the hard things, and get massive results in your life, this show is for you. Now, here's your host, Master Grief and Life Coach, Sandy Linda.
Hello, wonderful listeners across the globe. How are you all feeling? Well, interesting fact that I learned that here in New York City, we experience some snowfall. And I had no idea that we did not have snow for 2 years. I must have been so busy doing other things that I didn't know there was so much snow. They call it the snow drought for the last 2 years. So it was amazing. But yes, we got some snow and all of a sudden we're getting frigid temperatures. OMG, here we go. But anyway, I hope you're all well and ready to find light in the darkness. The spiritual self-care and grief episode. On today's show, I want to share with you that often gets overlooked in the self-care toolkits. We have our mental, physical, and emotional, but spiritual self-care sometimes gets forgotten. It's not just for Zen masters. It's for all of us navigating this crazy journey called life. I'm going to define what spiritual self-care is and why it's so important. And then I'll break down why nurturing your spirit is like giving your soul a warm hug. But hey, I'm not just here to chat theory. We're going hands-on with some practical, soul-nourishing practices. From quick rituals, perfect for busy days, to those that require more dedications. There's a little something for everyone on this self-care buffet. So, Sandy, what is spiritual self-care? Now, spiritual self-care involves anything that helps you develop a deeper sense of meaning and understanding. It's like a soul date with yourself. It can also help you get in tune with the beliefs and the values that guide your life. It's about getting in sync with your genuine self. We're talking about the raw, unfiltered expression of who you were born to be, ready to sprinkle your unique magic in this world. Alrighty, so spirituality comes in different meanings. Maybe for you, it's the religious rituals, the Sunday services, or those ceremonies that you hope come with a snack bar. I know some of them are out there. Now, for the nature lovers and free spirits out there, spirituality might be found in a groovy sunset, a connection with your fellow human, or just some good old reflection. And hey, if your version of praying involves belting out your favorite song in the shower, guess what? That counts too. Spirituality is as personal to you. It's all about finding that thing that makes you go, yep, this is my soul jam. Whether it's reading the Bible or slow dancing to your favorite tunes in the living room. And let's be honest, It's not just about sitting in a quiet room with incense, although bonus points if that's your vibe. It's about creating your own sacred space and personal Zen zone, even if it's just a cozy corner with fairy lights. Because at the end of the day, spirituality is your backstage pass to connection, purpose, and happiness. The VIP tickets to your soul's concert. So pick up your path and find your groove. So what is the role of spiritual in grief? Now, picture spirituality like a comforting friend swooping in when life throws curveballs. Whether it's a heartbreak, the loss of a loved one, or navigating through the mess of divorce, grief can hit you out of nowhere. But guess what? Spirituality is like your secret weapon in this emotional roller coaster. It's not about chanting ancient mantras in a cave, unless that's your thing. No judgment here. Spirituality is your backstage pass to feeling better. It's the antidote to those negative emotions, helping you process the mess life throws at you. And hey, we're all about building better connection, not just with others, but with ourselves and the mysterious unknown. Your spiritual toolkit is equipping you to navigate life's stormy seas. So when grief hits, remember to check in on your spiritual health. Taking a breather for some spiritual self-care. It's not just soul fulfilling, it's like giving your heart a warm hug. It's your time to reflect, find clarity, and wrap yourself in comfort. And you know what? Studies have your back on this one. Cultivating a spiritual life isn't just good for the soul. It has numerous health benefits. And here, let me give you some of the benefits that I took from this research that I did on this podcast episode. Diminished feelings of isolation and loneliness, experience more inner peace, improve relationships and connections with others, and deepening relationship with self. All right, spiritual care, my friends, it's like the secret sauce to sprinkle on your mental and physical care sandwich. Trust me, your toolkit's about to get a significant upgrade. So buckle up and let's dive into some tools and tips to amp up your spiritual gain during your grief. Here's the thing. You gotta treat your spirit like your favorite plant. Water it, give it sunlight, and watch it bloom. Number 1 is meditation. Now, I know the thought of sitting still might sound scarier than a horror movie marathon, but give it a shot. Meditation is like a spa day for your mind. It kicks stress to the curb and leaves you with a crystal clear connection to who you are. Plus, who doesn't want a ticket to the know what you want out of life party? Number 2, inspire your reading material or your soul shelf. Reading isn't just for your brain, it's soul food. Grab a book that lights a fire in your spirit. Something that makes you go, yep, life is pretty darn amazing. Whether it's in the morning with your coffee or a bedtime ritual. Let positive vibes be the last thing you soak in. Number 3, nature walk vibes. Time to ditch the hustle and take a mindful nature walk. Trust me, it's like hitting the reset button for your soul. Breathe in the fresh air, feel the ground beneath your feet, and soak in the beauty around you. Nature's like a free therapist. Decreasing stress, boosting optimism, and making you feel like a total Zen master. And number 4, journaling joy. Last but not least, grab that pen and let it flow. Journaling isn't just about pouring out your thoughts. It's like giving your soul a megaphone. Express yourself, gain insights, maybe even doodle if that's your thing. It's a creative expression festival. So there you have it. your spiritual self-care starter pack. These tips aren't just tools, but your personal allies in this journey. All right, beautiful souls, we've just uncovered the magic of spiritual self-care, the secret sauce for kick-ass mental health and an all-around fulfilling life. Remember, it's not about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about finding what feels like a warm hug for your soul. We've thrown some powerful tools your way: meditation, prayer, journaling, nature adventures. Blend these into your daily routine, stay consistent, and watch that peace and purpose bloom within you. Now, here's the real deal. Spiritual self-care is unique. What works for you or your friend might not be your cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay. This is your sacred journey, your story to unfold. And hey, if anxiety or depression is throwing some extra challenges your way, reach out to the pros. They are like mental health superheroes, and they got your back. As you walk this path, stay present. Embrace the highs and lows because, let's be honest, life's a roller coaster. Pick one or two things from our toolkit. Keep it simple. And if it doesn't click, try something else. There is no one size fits all. It's all about what vibes with your spirit. This journey is a masterpiece, and there's no right or wrong path. This journey is yours, my friend. So the most important thing that I ever ask you is to stay true to yourself while implementing any self-care tips. Remember that you have the power to overcome anything. And when it comes to grief, I get it that sometimes our spiritual, our belief system, or what have you, has been shaken up because we are coming from a place of the why and the how, and we ask a lot of questions. So for people who are listening, this is just a starter pack that have just recently lost. And I do understand that it may not be something that will get you to want to do this practice, but I just want to give you a little starter pack to get you in the mix of attaining to your spiritual self-care, because most of us are into mental and physical, but sometimes the most often overlooked is our spiritual. So go ahead, spread that self-care delight, and let your spirit shine. Until next time, stay empowered, stay compassionate, and keep nurturing that beautiful soul of yours. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye. If you enjoyed today's show and don't want to worry about missing an episode, you can follow the show wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you could share the podcast with others who you think would benefit from it, and leave a rating and a review to let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be a 5-star rating, although I sure hope you love the show. I want your honest feedback so I can create an awesome podcast that provides tons of value on the show. Visit www.sandylinda.com/podcast launch for step-by-step instructions on how to follow, rate, and review.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Overcoming Grief. If you're ready to move into a new, rewarding life experience and want more information about how to work with Sandy, visit www.sandylinda.com.